Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta say shout out to y'all, big print champs in the building. Y'all been ordering y'all merchandise. Y'all been doing what y'all supposed to do. Make sure you tap in. The Kelly Green Hurt Season truckers are there. They're going to match the Kelly Green jerseys beautifully this season. Just do what you're supposed to do. Use code BULLY10 at checkout. Get all your stuff, ski masks, Howie shirts, the iconic Hurt Season hats, all of those things. Powered by Big Print Champs. Let's talk about it. So, first of all, again, I definitely want to give another shout out to Big Bleacher Report, man. Bleacher Report be coming through, man. They doing what they do, and it's extending the reach of the community. You know what I'm saying? By them posting the videos on Bleacher Report, which is my absolute favorite app, it spreads the reach of what us content creators can do and what we do. Thank you, Bleacher Report, for putting up my Reed Blankenship film breakdown video. I got really good feedback on that video. I'm going to do a lot more videos like that, but shout out to Bleacher Report. Shout out to Bleacher Report. PFF has been showing the Philadelphia Eagles so much love. It's almost disturbing because I got a love-hate relationship with PFF. I don't agree with the metric system, and I don't agree with how they rate players and these numbers that they come up, these calculations. I don't agree with it all the time, but at the same time, I will say this. I do believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are good. You know what I mean? They're good. So when PFF comes out with a list of, the top players that are top guys at their position, and it's 7 Philadelphia Eagles on the list, I mean, come on. You can't be mad at things like that because it's true. I believe Hassan Reddick is a top 10 guy at his position. I believe Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Mailata, Jalen Hurts, Darius Slay. These are top guys at their position based upon the PFF grades and metrics and just based upon just knowing football. Then PFF doubles down with, the Philadelphia Eagles having a number one offensive and defensive line. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to me because, me being a Philadelphia Eagles fan and me knowing what Howie Roseman likes to do and how he likes to build these teams, Howie Roseman is looking to make sure the trenches are taken care of at all times. So it don't surprise me that the Philadelphia Eagles are rated the best offensive line and the best defensive line in the National Football League. I think right now, if you're going to debate the Philadelphia Eagles having a good defensive line, you're just a hater because we were on a historical pace for sacks last year, led the league in sacks last year. Yeah, you lost Hargrave, but you added a Jalen Carter. You're getting back a healthy Jordan Davis. You know what I mean? You added Nolan Smith off the edge. So you didn't get worse. You know what I mean? That's the key thing with that. You didn't get worse at all. So, yeah, man, it's like that. And on the offensive line, it speaks volumes to itself. You know what I mean? The blatant Hall of Famers on the offensive line in Lane Johnson and Kelsey, that those guys are Hall of Famers. But you got other young guys putting together pretty solid resumes as well in terms of Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mailata. The offensive line is so good that right guard is interchangeable. Right guard is interchangeable. So, yeah, I believe the ratings of PFF on that one. Not just because they're saying that the Philadelphia Eagles are the ones that's good, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Make no mistake about this. So, with PFF giving us high praise for, having this many great players and just being as dominant as we were in the trenches last year, I still can't help but to think that Howie Roseman could be making a move soon. A move is brewing. Something's coming down the pipe because this is what Howie Roseman does. So I'll look at the list of the top free agents. Let's kind of go over this together. See if I can pull some of this up. Okay, I look at the list of the top free agents available, and then you see the number 1 guy is DeAndre Hopkins, number 2 Dalvin Cook, number 3 Jadeveon Clowney, number 4 Marcus Peters, number 5 Ronald Darby, number 6 Yannick Ngakoue, number 7 Zeke, number 8 Kareem Hunt, number 9 Leonard Fournette, number 10 Dalton Risner, guard out of Denver. We're not complete when you look at how much more you can add to this in terms of guys that's just available on free agency. We like to beef up the trenches. Some depth with Jadeveon Clowney would be crazy. Yannick Ngakoue. I can honestly still see the Philadelphia Eagles adding a running back, Kareem Hunt. I've been on Kareem Hunt's tail pause for multitude of years for the Philadelphia Eagles to try to make him, bring him as being an Eagle. You know what I mean? But I think the real meat of this comes from when you go past 10. We're not looking at quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater is 11. Adrian Amos, safety. You still need some help there. I'm not sure if he got picked up by somebody, but if he's still available, that would be a great pickup for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jarvis Landry, John Johnson, another great pickup, safety. Chris Wormley, defensive line. Dwayne Smoot, defensive line. Matt Ioannidis, defensive line. Trey Flowers off the edge. Kyle Van Noy off the edge. Shelby Harris, defensive line. Andrew Adams, that's not a bad pickup. Byron Jones, not a bad pickup if you're looking for cornerback depth. Kenny Golladay is still available. Taylor Lewan is still available. Justin Houston is still available. But it might surprise people where I would go, what position I would look at. Let's think about this for a second. The Philadelphia Eagles were fortunate last year that A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith stayed healthy. That was a big part of our success. Those guys stayed healthy. Banking on two guys out of the same position group to stay healthy is really not that likely. Also at the cornerback position, I've seen the Philadelphia Eagles address, possible wear and tear of our star cornerbacks in James Bradbury and Darius Slay, but they haven't addressed possible wear and tear and concerns for a wide receiver group. Now, I know both of these guys are under 26 years old, under 25 years old, and A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, but I would like to see another solid veteran back there who don't mind getting some of the snaps. Like Kenny Golladay, I would not mind bringing in Kenny Golladay on the one-year deal. They question his work ethic and things of that nature over there, but he ain't asked to be the number one guy, and he already knows what it feels like to be on the bench, and he's out for some get back. So, Kenny Golladay, I will look at him. Jarvis Landry, I would have looked at him a couple years ago, just not right now. I would have to pass on it. So I think the Philadelphia Eagles have to, insert some wide receiver depth, and at some point in the season, you're going to have to. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, yes, they can carry the load as a 1-2 punch, but what happens when your third guy isn't stepping up and taking some of that off of them? So hopefully that isn't the case for Quez Watkins next year. Injury is always a major point of concern when you're relying heavily on multiple skill position groups to do what they're supposed to do. We rely on running backs. We rely on wide receivers. We rely on our quarterback. So, just a little bit of insurance policy for those guys will go a long way. So before we get out of here, I'm going to let y'all know me and Philly Mike will be possibly live streaming today at 8:30. We're going to be talking about our top 10 wide receivers in the National Football League. We're going to give our list on that. And also, I need y'all to do me a favor. My guy, Bad Dog. Y'all know Bad Dog. Me and Bad Dog have been really good friends for a multitude of years. Via content creation or whatever the case may be. My guy's in a fitness competition. I need you guys to click that link. and vote for Bad Dog. Do whatever you got to do. Vote for Bad Dog. There's no reason why Bad Dog should be in third place. He got 100,000 subs. He got millions of views. I got millions of views. Let's get Bad Dog to his rightful spot, number one. You see what happened when you wear number one? Good things happen. You know the vibes.